Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. We're at 7 by 1 to 3 Albion Road here in the beating heart of Boxhill. Very warm welcome to our magnificent property here. The whole team of Right Wire Bill, the absolute A-team of City of White Horses at your service every step of the way, especially your selling agent, Hans, Kimmy, Henry, the whole team of Ray White Burwood is here, and also we have our online bidders as well to make sure that if you are here to bid, we are here to assist you. If you've got any questions regarding this property at all, just make yourself known and reach out to one of our agents here today. Well, folks, on behalf of the team of Ray White Burwood, we would like to thank our vendors very, very much for entrusting Ray White Burwood to sell their most beloved family home. And to you, the lucky buyer, I would like to say congratulations in advance. All the best of luck with your bidding endeavours here today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the property we're selling today is formerly known as the Figure Title Reference Volume 10011 Folio 876. With all the improvements, also no better to you and myself, the mailman, as the one and only 7 by 1 to 3 Albion Road in the beating heart of Boxhill. Today's auction, ladies and gentlemen, will be conducted in accordance with the rules, and any additional conditions are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide a fine for such a conduct. The auction rules permit vendor bids. The words I'll be using to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are simply vendor bids, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, can place a vendor bid. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate bidders on request, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the auction rules prohibits an auctioneer from accepting the bidder an offer after the property's been knocked down like so to the successful bidder. So once the property goes selling and sold, the property will be deemed as sold, and I'll take absolutely no late bids at all, ladies and gentlemen. Please be advised, be strong, be loud, be quick, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got an upper limit, make sure you reach it and beyond. If you've got only one golden opportunity for this fine piece of real estate for many decades to come. Today we sign a cash, unconditional contract. There will be no cooling off period and no bias conditions. And the successful purchaser's obligations are simply twofold. Firstly, you pay a humble 10% deposit, and secondly, the remaining balance will be payable in a settlement term. Hans?
30, 60 or 90 days.
Nice and easy, ladies and gentlemen. 30, 60 to 90 days. We make it nice and easy for you. However, if you do have any arrangements agreed before the auction for any longer or shorter settlement terms, or how you like to manage to pay the deposit, as long as it's agreed, we will proceed as per usual. Your agreements do still stand, so you can bid with confidence. By bidding here today, ladies and gentlemen, you didn't have read and understood all the relevant documentations on display in the past 4 weeks and 30 minutes time, and I'll simply take your silence as an all clear, and we are all good to go. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot commend this property enough of how unique it is. We're on a 700 square meters of premium land. It's all yours, ladies and gentlemen. This is all yours. All the back house, we have lost count of how many cars can fit into the backyard, but it's all yours on a very generous 700 square meters of premium land. This is probably one of the most unique townhomes that we've seen in this whole area. We have 7 bedrooms, double story, plus multiple living zones. We have the dining, formal living downstairs, we have the retreat upstairs, and we have the gym area, the bedroom gym area on the other side as well. And also it's a very nice and private area. Once you close up that gate, you see that roller gate right there? You roll it down, you're in your little private kingdom, ladies and gentlemen. There's absolutely nothing you can find in the marketplace that can become the equal of this home, ladies and gentlemen, plus the double garage. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to do some slight renovations, even extensions down the track, of course, subject to the council approval, you can do it. At least you have a big floor plan, you have the blueprint here. It's already laid out. It's a fantastic combination of both location, the schools, the lifestyle, and the space bias. And also, just to touch a little bit on the location, this is the beating heart of Boxhill, the vibrant heart, the buzzing, beating heart of Boxhill is right at the doorstep, right over there. If you climb upstairs, you can see the Boxhill skyline. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the bus services, needless to say, right? Needless to say, the bus services, the train stations, the freeway access, the trams, and also if you go down the future Burwood station, the future city railway loop will bypass we'll come past Boxhill as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second CBD. It's definitely on the rise. That's why it's the true blue chip location of the Inner East, ladies and gentlemen. And needless to say, buyers, there are some familiar faces. You've seen the property on many occasions. I believe Hans and Kimmy and Winston served you in the course of the campaign. There's been a number of Section 32 sent out. There's been a number of expressions of interest, bias, and why is that? Because of all of those full package that is delivered here for you, for your competition. And I can assure you, once this one is gone, we will not have another 7x103 Albion Road in Boxhill to offer you anymore on our books. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our mission here today is very simple. It's to find out who will be the next owner of this amazing piece of real estate for many decades to come. Then I'll leave it to you, buyers.
1,050,000 on the phone.
1,050,000 and
1.1.
1,100,000. They call 1.1 first, but your opportunity to go from 1,150,000. Have 1,100,000. We're at $1,100,000. We take 50K on the rise, 1.1 to 50,000. 1.1 to $50,000. A very premium package. How about 1.2? 1.2 at 1,200,000. Thank you. At 1,200,000. A very quick auction maybe. 1.2 million. 1.25. How about it? Have $1,200,000. Have $1.2 million. Am I right? Have $1,200,000. I want to
1.25.
1,250,000. How about 1.3? How about 1.3? And again, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very simple reserve price set today. We are definitely here to sell. However, we do need a few more bids to get over the line. We're getting really close. So 1,250,000 now. 1.2 and 70,000. How about 75, guys?
Now it's 1.27.
1.27. 1.27. 1.27. How about another $20,000? Your opportunity to go for 1.3.
1.275?
1.2. Now 1.5.
1.5 now. How
about 20,000? How about 20,000, sir? How about $20,000 or even 10?
1.3.
$1,300,000. At 1.3. Is that 1.3? Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Have 1,300,000 now.
It's way beyond.
We have passed our reserve price. We're on the market. We are selling, ladies and gentlemen. The reserve is behind us. Have $1,300,000 at 310. Is that right? 1.3 and 10. Have 131. 131. If you're thinking about selling, you go for the #1 agency in the city of Whitehorse. We're Ray White Burwoods at $1,310,000. Back at you, Henry. Need to know 1.310. I will knock it down. What's now? 1.3 and 10. A pretty quick auction, I'm pretty sure.
It's 1.31.
Second opportunity,
Sure?
$1,310,000. Are you sure?
Still hold the phone with you, all right?
You're out, Henry. Are you out or still in? Let me know at $1,310,000 for the third and final call. All done. All finished.
1.32 over there.
1.3 and $20,000. Welcome to you, sir and ma'am. At $1,320,000. Have $1,320,000. Just in a nick of time. We're almost pissed out. Better be quick next time. $1,330,000 back at you, same opportunity. $1,330,000. Have $1,330,000, sir. 40, can I say? $1,330,000 now. Have $1,330,000. I call it down 3 times and I'll sell. Once now, 1.3 and 30.
Confirm you're 100% out, right?
Second opportunity at $1,330,000 for the third. 3.5. Good strong bid. 1.35. At $1,350,000. At $1,355,000 is a run another $5,000. 1.3 and 55. 1.3 and 55. How about another 20,000 or 10,000 to make it stronger to run up to maybe 1.370. Make it strong. 1.3 and 70. Well, let's meet in the middle. $5,000. 136. How about? No. We'll ask you 3 more times. On my last count, sir, if you do still decide to jump back in, your bid will still count. What? Sorry, 1.65. Thank you. 65. 1.3 and 65,000. At 1.3 and 65,000 now. At 1,365,000. Another 5,000, Winston. 1.3 and 65. 70. 75 or 80? 75 or 80, sir and ma'am. At 1.3 and 70,000. At 1.3 and 70,000. The interest rate has come down now. We're now entering into a new cycle. This is the start of a new cycle, sir.
Yeah.
What's the bid?
2,000.
2,000. Make it 5, so make it stronger. 72, no problem. 72 I take. 72, roger that. 1.3 at 72,000. At $1,372,000. Another 5,000 or 3,000 or 75. 1.3.
73.
73. Another 1,000. Your competitors want it. I hope you do too. Same strategies. Maybe 1,000 or 2,000. Is that 2,000?
Yes.
2,000. We got 75 here.
75 now.
We got 75 now.
75.
We got 75 here. 75. 75, 76, 70, 80. 80 strong, 80 determined, 80 very confident. They want it. I hope you do too. 1.3 and $80,000 at $1,380,000 now. A very quick auction going all the way from 1.1 to 1.3 and 80,000. 81, 85, sir, or 84, 83. Sir, you told me you were out a few times. I won't believe you this. No, you haven't. Oh, maybe I haven't mistaken. But anyways, I do welcome back you. Well, do welcome you back. No, are you sure? Not even 1,000? Not even $500? If you can't even jump back with even just $100, that means you're really out. You went too far from that? No, you're never too far with the interest rate coming down, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll call it down 3 times. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'll extend this courtesy to every single one. If you do still decide to jump back in on my 3rd count, your bid will still count. At $1,381,000. What's now? 1,381. Twice now. 1.3 and 81,000. Hold the keys. 3rd and final call. Hooked on. Silent finish. Selling.
Yeah.
Still out? Yep. Thank you. Permission to knock down. Thank you very much. Permission to knock down. Thank you very much. Looks like you've beaten your competition. Once knocked down, let's all give a big round of applause to our winners for their hard-earned victory of $1,381,000. Not just yet, guys. Hold your horses. At $1,381,000. I'm about to knock it down. 3, 2, 1. Welcome home. Are you absolutely certain? Sold. Congratulations. Well bought. Well bought. Well bought. Commiserations to our underbidders. Thank you so much for attending another Ray White Birdless auction. Have a lovely weekend. And if you're thinking about selling, go for the #1 agency in your area. Thank you. Have a lovely day.